I want to know and make sure that you guys can actually see me because the I told y'all the internet be acting up so much. I don't know if it's this app I'm using or what, but it's very hard to really like get a signal and everything and be okay. So I'm hoping I'm hoping I can get everything going. But welcome to the Inspiration in 30. I am so glad. We're going to wait for some people to come in, but I am so glad that you guys decided to continue to rock with us for all of these years. Our birthday is actually coming up, and I am so excited. It will be what, 4 years that we've been doing the I'm Loving Me project. And again, remember, I told you guys, as we grow, as we get older, now we're doing our events. Now we are really stepping out there, touching and impacting you, putting you out there and in the forefront because this is a sisterhood. It's about healing. It's about knowing and understanding just how much you mean to the world and to yourself. And I'm just excited about it. Yes, we are in October. And I told you ladies last time, you know, it's less than 90 days now before the new year, and we need to focus on what it is that we are going to do. What are some of the dreams and stuff that you have? What are some of the things that you are working on, right? How far are you going to be able to take your life or your career? When are you going to be able to decide that you're going to live? I think that is really important. My dogs are here too, so please. So, I wanted to talk about today just how important it is for you to know and understand that you got to be able to have the courage to step out. You got to have that courage to not only step out of um, where you are, but step out of your comfort zone, right? That's so hard to talk about, especially when you are trying to do different things and you stuck in your bubble. Stepping out of your comfort zone is really a hard thing to do. I um i've been not battling, but I've been, you know outside of my comfort zone for the past couple of months now, and it is a challenge because you have to be able to get your schedule together. You got to be able to figure out who can stay in your life, the things that you need to change, and it's not easy. But I asked myself this question. I said, Gloria, how many years are you going to waste playing a role versus really fully committing to what it is that you want to do? And when I asked myself that question, that really put a whole bunch of things into perspective. And that's why I posed it as a question for you. You know that it is time for you to step out of your comfort zone. You know that it is time for you to do something different. You also know and you also feel like it's time for you to go next level, and you're either trying to figure out how you're going to get there. You feel like you need to continuously plan in order for you to have the right path, or you're sitting there and you say, I know I have to, but I have some kind of fear. It's either one of those things that's going on with you. And my message for you today is, how many years are you going to waste being in this contemplation? How long are you going to sit there without stepping out and saying, you know what? I'm going to get out there and I'm going to do whatever it is that I want to do for me and myself. I got some news today. Some of you guys, probably seen him, experienced him, or saw him post, but our camera guy that I had way in the beginning, the last couple of hours, I found out that he passed. young man, my age, young man. He was 42 years old. He uh, he had diabetes. I don't know all of the details, but I just saw on Facebook that he passed a couple of hours ago. And I'm talking to you, but inside, I'm not feeling too well. You know why? Because again, here we are, young man who had dreams, who had goals, who wanted to make his mark in the world, right? But however reason, right? He's not anymore. And he's the guy that really did our professional videos in the beginning. Now the relationship didn't end well, but I always think and say to myself, damn, he told me he was sick, right? He told me he was battling with diabetes and all this stuff, but he was still pushing himself to be something. And I don't know all of the details, like I said before, but what I do know is that he is not here. And what I also know is that he wasn't ready to go because he felt like he has so much more work to do, right? He has so much more life to live. And I keep reminding you, ladies, and I keep telling you, you gotta be able to know and understand that your life is your life. You can't live it for someone else. You can't waste it on someone else. You gotta be able to live for you because you never know. How long are you going to waste so many years playing a role because you want to be able to be this picture perfect person wearing this mask every day and you're dying inside? How long are you going to sit here and allow yourself to suppress who you are and your feelings and what the mark you want to leave in the world because you are afraid? Life is not waiting around for you. It's going. It's not going to stop because you believe, right? You believe that you have time. You don't. You don't. What you do now is preparing you for the next 10 years. Understand that. If you're going around in a cycle where you just like, I'm going to work, I'm coming home, taking care of kids, doing this, going to work, coming home, taking care of kids. If you happy with that and that's what you want your life to be, cool. But if you are struggling, trying to figure out what it is that you want, how you want to be, where you want to be, I am telling you right now, how long are you going to waste your life trying to figure that out? Gloria, I'm battling with myself. Get yourself healed. If you know that is something, work on that. Well, Gloria, I'm trying to, make sure I have enough money. You will never have enough money. You will never have enough money. You will never have enough time. You will never have this thing. You just got to go and do it. Whatever that is for you. If you know you need to leave that relationship and you're saying, well, I got to save to get away and I got to make sure that I could take care of myself and make sure, no, honey, the only way you're going to figure out if you can is if you walk away. And all of the battles that you face rebuilding your life is growth. Right now, if you are wearing a mask, and you are out there kikiing with people and trying to be happy and everything, and you're going home and you crying and you feeling like a failure and you feeling like you are not getting what it is that you need, you feel like the world is against you, you need to come and get healed. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. If it ain't here, somewhere else. Because that is step one. That is step one. Okay? After you get healed, let's go ahead and work on these goals. The reason why you're not where you want to be is because you ain't work on the inside. Outside things and people ain't got shit to do with why you're not successful, with why you are not happy. It's not them. You get what I'm saying? It's not them. It's you. It's you. It's you. You're afraid. You're insecure. You don't want to be vulnerable. You're holding on to all those old patterns. You still listening to what a name somebody called you when you was in the fourth grade. You still trying to figure out if you can impress your mom, your dad, your family. You still looking at other people and you saying why I don't have and they do. You're being envious. You're being jealous. And you asking yourself, why do I keep choosing the people that I'm choosing? Why am I in the relationships that I'm in? Why can't I break out of this? Because you have not dealt with what happened to you. You have not dealt with what happened to you. Do you get that? And if you don't deal with what happened to you, you'll be playing a role. And that role lasts for years and years and years. And guess what? You will die playing that role. You get what I'm saying? So that courage to step out, it is scary. It is, but I promise you it's worth it. It's scary. You know why? Because the work that goes into it, you get to see what you're made of. And you don't want to work that hard. You don't want to fail. You don't want to have pushback. But it has to happen, right? It has to happen. I'll tell you guys something personal. So I told you guys I started dating, right? Oh Lord. And I'm finding myself where, I found someone that I, I think I can hang out with, right? And so I am learning to be a little bit more open. Now, my barrier is, and this is what we all go through, is this person never been married, wants to be married, right? And is looking for a wife. Now, what do you think your girl is thinking? Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? For me, I'm like, nah, I ain't, look, I've been married before. I ain't trying to get married. I just want somebody to chill with right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how I would feel a year or two from now, but don't ask me in a year or two. Right? And so I'm saying to myself, well, Gloria, that's something you got to be able to work through, right? Because at the same time, you don't want to be able to block your blessing, but you have this idea of what it means to be married or get married again. And you got to be able to work through that. Because right now, you're like, hell no, right? I ain't doing that no more. Okay. So my point is that even though you start to work on yourself and you put yourself out there, it's always going to be something you have to work through because there's so many layers to you and there's so many layers to your life, right? And you got to be able to be open and know who you are and the kind of person you are and what you are looking for, right? So to me, I'm looking like, oh, well, you might need to see if this is something that you want, right? You might want to see if this is something that you want to pursue because, you know, I'm not looking for anything right now, but knowing that the other person is, this is something we got to talk about because if I'm not, maybe you need to go find what it is that you're looking for. But my point is this, ladies, and this is what I want you to hear and know and understand. Don't waste your life and your time playing a role because you believe that that's what you need to do in order to sustain yourself and your household and your relationships and everything. Life is too short for that, right? Life is too short. You have to know and understand that the way to growth is having that courage to step out and become the person that you want to be, even if it costs you something, friendships, relationships, because in the end, nothing else matters but how you show up in the world. You get it? Nothing else matters but how you put yourself out there to the world. You can't expect people to treat you some way and you playing a role. You got a mask on. I don't know how to take it off. It's very easy. Start the healing process. Well, they did this to me. They did it because you allowed it. I don't have enough money to do this. You don't have enough money because you are allowing it. I don't know where to start. You start with your healing. Start by being vulnerable enough to say, you know what? I need to figure out why I keep choosing the things that I'm choosing in my life. I have to find out why I don't have the courage. I have to figure out what is bothering me, why I can't step out there and just be me. And you got to work through that. You hear me? You got to work through that. That's what courage is about. Being able to be afraid and do it anyway. Okay? I keep saying this and I will say it again. The reason why we build in this sisterhood is because God has told me how vital this is. There's so much talk going around. I don't know if y'all saw it. I sent it to Carissa, but I also gonna see if I could post it. There's this thing on OWN called Sister Speak, and it's these women who are talking about trauma and childhood and everything, Black women. And I was just saying to myself, thank you, God, for the continuous confirmation, right? Thank you, God, for the continuous confirmation. You know why? Because I know that the work that we're doing is not only important to me, but to the world. What you got to understand is as a woman, you are the change maker. You are the one that moved mountains and changed nations. You are the one that builds up communities. Can you hear me? Yes, that's a lot of pressure, but you were built for it. You were built for it. The men are the muscle and you are the brain. Okay? If you are playing a role, come get the healing. We'll be here in Atlanta. We got the selfish retreat. I got some people coming for you. Come and get healed. Get that awakening to get started. If you can't make it here, go ahead and find somewhere in your neighborhood or your community or whatever where you can have a support group where you can go and you can just sit down and you can just start talking and have that dialogue, right? Do something where you are able to really start to have a place where you can express yourself because that's how it starts. Even if you're not ready to open up as much as you want to, right? But I could tell you this, don't spend your life playing a role because you will never be happy. All right? I love you. I got to go. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, but I want you to know and understand that I am here for you. You need anything, we do have our selfish retreat. Please like and share. Please, spread it out to your friends. Know that this one is about healing. There will be no cameras. Um, we will take pictures, but come and get healed. Stop playing that role. Come and learn how to step out your comfort zone. Come learn the tools you need to learn so that you can start to live the life you want to live. That's it. Okay. I got to go. Like and share, replay. It's going to be on YouTube, all those wonderful things. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.